Do you find that doing these kind of shots like helps slow you down at all to really like think about stuff like composition and all that?
I need to get better with macro. Um, I think with intimate landscapes, yes, but like if you're looking at like more of those macro detail shots, I can focus too much on the subject and not like the light, and kind of the other like the backgrounds. Like I usually get really messy backgrounds on macro. I know I can improve those because with my wildlife and landscapes, I've been working on doing that. But I just need to apply it to those more detail shots because I know you can. Like I want to try like backlit macro stuff and super blurry background and just all that kind of stuff.
Right. What exactly about the shots is messy? Is it just like digital noise or like what's actually in the frame?
So I'm not really concerned about digital noise. It's never been like a thing for me that I think ruins images. Unless it's super high, far up. I think it's really just like say there's some mulch in your backgrounds. Like instead of getting that straight on perspective, you're pointing down and you get that mulch behind the flower, and since it's super close, you see that mulch. Because obviously for macro images, you generally have to use a pretty high aperture to get at least some level of focus. So you do have to watch those backgrounds.
Right. There's been a few times I had to like almost we'll say clean up like the image, especially if it is like a wildflower or something, and I have to like move these little twigs because it's like casting a glare or something that's like you can see in the image from like bokeh or just plainly see it as is. And
Hmm.
you have to like what being like respectful, of course, not like picking stuff as much as you can or might want to, but like just trying to like clean up the image that way, remove distractions, and it gives you less to really like clone out in post production too.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think too with like what I mentioned with light, I think it's very interesting for macro. I know kind of a rule for macro photographers sometimes is like always shoot on a cloudy day, but I think that doesn't always apply. Like you can get some really unique light on your flowers or your insects, and it could be very very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the cool part about this like subgenre, I guess, is like it's not exempt from any type of light or weather or anything. Like you can do this effectively anytime, like almost like any other photography in a way. And that's a great part, I think, because it really does unlock your creativity. And I feel like it's good to really challenge yourself to shoot in harsh conditions or like lighting situations that you might not otherwise really too, because you may be surprised by them.
Yeah, for sure.